Good evening. I'm Prakash Jalihal, the chair for East Board. Tonight, East begins a new tradition and a new recognition with inaugural Directors Award. This award was created to honor those individuals that make a significant contribution to East and East's model of education. These people normally work closely with East, but very seldom get the spotlight. But because of them, East continues to thrive and grow. The selection process for this award was rather quick. We polled the directors and asked for nominations. The replies came back very quickly, some even instantly. But they all had the same name. That shows the deep respect the board has for this year's recipient, Jim Boardman. Before we present this award to Jim, Matt and Tim wants to share a few words with you. Tim?
Good evening. I have to reflect just a moment about the early years of East, because this gentleman, well, to just put it bluntly, we wouldn't be here tonight, and we wouldn't have the opportunities we have if it weren't for his ability to discern and to stand on principles. I want to talk just a second about that, because I think it's absolutely critical that as future leaders we all understand how critical that distinction is. You know, in America we are ruled by law, and we have policies, and we have regulations, and we have rules, and those are all incredibly important. And we need to respect those, and we need to move within those. However, there's something unique and exceptional about our situation, and it's not like this anywhere else in the world. And that is that innovation or change or things that work outside of the existing policy and rules get the review of people of principle. And that gives the opportunity for change. But it's only because of those rare individuals in position of power and trust that we enjoy that privilege. In the East case, guys, we had an illegitimate beginning, because we were operating outside the status quo. East was like any other class, and we were breaking rules. In most places in the world, that would be met with an iron fist and a leather boot. But in our nation, we have the opportunity to review that. A man that we're awarding tonight came and looked for himself and sent others to inspect before passing that judgment that outside the policy was not going to be tolerated. That characteristic in our leaders today is absolutely essential if America is going to remain a world leader and provide the opportunities like we are enjoying here tonight. So I could not be any more thankful and could not be any more grateful for this person's life work, and that he is willing to stand on principle and acknowledge something like East when acknowledgement is warranted.
Tim, None of those were the stories we were supposed to tell.
Okay, I'll tell one. One more. The first time I went in this man's office, I was led astray, to be honest with you. Our business partner in the time was politically connected like nobody's business. And with all the confidence in the world in his political connections, we marched into this man's office and basically started throwing powerful political names around like it was going to somehow excuse us from the iron boot in the fist we had coming. He threw us out, literally, and said that politics had no place in these kinds of things. I learned something very valuable from that experience. First of all, that the business partner was in error, and second of all, that the man we were dealing with was a man of principle, not politics. Thank you, Matt.
So, imagine our surprise 15 years later. Okay? Guys, all of the facilitators have had a chance to meet Mr. Boardman because he has been a part of all of the activities, all of the training that we have done. That is very, very rare for people with that have had his responsibilities. He's not real responsible anymore, but that have had his responsibilities and that have had his workload and just frankly his position. An assistant commissioner who has worked for 5 governors, 6 governors. He started working for Governor Rockefeller, okay? But for him to come in and visit with our facilitators every time and to give them his direct office number, 501-371-5014, call me, he would say. Don't try that anymore because he retired. That's why we're doing this. But Mr. Boardman came in and he looked every one of our facilitators in the eye and he said to them, my job is to help you do your job, and your job is to give kids opportunities to do East. You have never had a stronger advocate or a greater believer, and we have never been more grateful to anyone. Because when Mr. Stevenson decided he wanted to go and change the course of history in British Columbia on his 5-year sojourn, we were left somewhat out trying to find our way. And I was personally blessed to have the guidance, the leadership, the wisdom, and the mentorship of Mr. Jim Boardman. And that's why I'm glad that we're here today to celebrate him. Mr. Jolly Hall.
Thank you very much, Matt. Thanks, Matt. Thanks, Tim. At this time, can we ask Jim Boardman to come to the stage, please? Congratulations, Jim.
Thank you.
I think Jessica is going to carry the award because I can't carry that in one hand and hold the mic in the other hand. Thank you very much, and thanks for your support to the board. It's been wonderful.
Thank you.
Yep.
Okay, I appreciate this very much. Like I say, I was at the Department of Education for a little over 43 years, which is a long time. And during that time, I was involved with a few things that I think were very worthwhile, but none of them was as worthwhile or as important to me as what East has been. I have not been involved with anything in all my career in education that I saw as much of a positive influence on students as the East program. I'd like to recognize a couple of things about that then, and then I'll be real quiet. One is the students here. Over the years that I've been watching this, it's really the students that are East, and I have never seen such progress on the booths and the projects and what's been going on as I have in the last few years. It's amazing what you do. The people that are winning the awards tonight from the schools are great. I'd also like to recognize the facilitators and the administrators of these schools. I think East would be a very rewarding thing to be a facilitator, but it would be a very difficult job, too, to do it correctly. So I appreciate facilitators. And then I'm about through. It's not like the Academy Awards. I'm not going to thank everybody, including my dog. But I would like to say that the East staff is the best that I've seen. And I had offices there for several years, and it was really nice to be involved and see that. But I appreciate the East staff. And finally, to actually thank three people. I'd like to thank Tim Stevens, who y'all know started East really at Greenbrier. I think we may have had something similar, but we have never would have had anything as good as East without Tim. We may have had project-based learning and some other things, but it would not have been East. Also, I'd like to thank Matt Dozier, who was up here, because Tim was probably the best and the only CEO or the only leader of East that we could have had that got it started. And I think Matt is as good as they could come about what's keeping it going. If it hadn't been for Matt, I don't think we would have increased the budget for East from $1 million to $2 million mandated through the legislature. So I want to thank him. And finally, and then I'll be quiet, I'd like to thank someone that helped me at the department not only stay at the department all those years, but made it fun. And that's Melanie Bradford over here, because she is the one that really goes around and visits all the schools. And I did throw Tim out of the office when they started trying to pressure me into saying that we needed to fund East and we need to do these things. I just told him to go away and leave me alone. But Melanie came by and she went to Greenbrier and she just got to the students there and saw what they were doing. And she asked me, she said, Boardman, you need to go up and take a look. And I went up there and I saw Tim and I saw the students and I saw what they were accomplishing. And that changed my mind, and I've been a supporter ever since. And a lot of that is due to Melanie and what she got me up there to start with, and she visits all the schools. And so I thank her for me, one, being able to survive the department all this time, and also to make it that much as fun as it was. So I appreciate y'all, and I thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Jim.
That was the first time we've ever done that. We are going to make that a tradition. Something that I didn't mention because I didn't want to do it while he was on stage, but we were able to secure this award and make it a new tradition in honor of our chair, Mr. Jolly Hall. If you would please congratulate him. Because he also saw a retirement this year, and I'm just left being jealous. Because Mr. Boardman and Mr. Jolly Hall now get to do what they want to do in the mornings, but they miss out on getting to do what I get to do, which is come and hang out with you guys. Yesterday, at the opening plenary, we recognized a number of student project awards and vendor-sponsored showcases. We call this our application showcase competition, and above me somewhere, you can see a list of all of the competitions that we had. We're not going to call them all out by name. Please join me in a round of applause for all of our students that won and distinguished their schools yesterday. Thank you.
It's time to announce another round of schools who rated superior in the conference program overview. As your name is called, please send one representative to the stage. Please stand on the side of the stage that your school is facing. If you would like a picture, you can come to the stage after banquet, or the backdrop will be available downstairs in the grand lobby.
Again, these are announced in no particular order. Please hold your applause until all schools in this round are on the stage. And the superior schools are
Fayetteville High School, Prairie Grove Middle School, Arkansas High School, Jonesboro High School, Paris High School, Sylvan Hills High School, College Hill Elementary School, and Malvern Elementary School.
Beebe High School, Magnolia High School, Pottsville High School, Beebe Middle School, DeWitt High School, North Heights Junior High School, Wilson Intermediate School, and Joe T. Robertson Middle School.
All right, folks, we're back for more Founders Programs of Excellence, this time in the category of Project Sophistication and Innovation.
On the screen above are a list of schools who completed all application requirements and are eligible to win this award.
Our East Founders Program of Excellence Award for Project Sophistication goes to a program that has worked some true magic with East technology.
Go to their booth and you will see GPS, GIS video, virtual reality, digital design, web design, and much, much more.
Though not the oldest among the East family, they are certainly have earned their way to be among the strongest.
For their work in pushing the technology, please welcome to the stage our Founders Program of Excellence for Project Sophistication, Joe T. Robinson
Middle School.
Wow. That was a surprise. Whew, glad that's over, man. That's a weight off my chest. What about you?
Definitely. Thank you guys so much.
Our school tries to do project sophistication. Whenever a project gets too big for our students, they always learn the technology and software that gets them to that project and takes it even farther.
Our students really do love to use technology. They find it fascinating. I've never seen more children reading manuals in my life. So,
All of our students always learn the technology. They learn so many different ones, and we're just so proud of them. Thank you all for selecting us for Project Sophistication.